All right.
We've been running through the list, the New York Times list of the best movies of the 21st century. They've been releasing this a little bit at a time throughout the week. A couple of interesting things about how they compiled this list. They asked a bunch of actors, directors, musicians for their list, and they used that. And you can read all of those individual lists,
Oh, that's cool.
which is kind of cool. The other cool thing is when you're reading the list, there are two little boxes you can check, like, oh, I've seen it, or I want to watch it, kind of as a bookmark thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And if you want to watch it, there's a link you can click, and it'll show you where it's streaming.
Oh,
or
that's
where
convenient.
right? So help you find some
That's
of these.
nice.
So some of them are easy to find. Some of them, especially the foreign films and things, not so much. So we are up to the top 10. And I have skipped ahead and looked, and my guess is people are going to not care for.
Really?
We'll see.
Okay.
Some of them you might.
And I guess, are these supposed to be the best 10, or is this just overall a list of 100 great movies? Not necessarily.
No, they're ranked.
Okay.
They're ranked.
All right.
And actually, if you go through, like I went through and looked at the individual lists that the actors and directors send in of their favorites, and you will see these movies pop up again and again. So I think they just took the average of what. So they're in agreement.
And then you'll see movies that you've never heard of, or that are so weird you think, what?
Yep. Number 10, another David Fincher film, The Social Network. This is the one
about Facebook.
about
right?
Facebook. Jesse Eisenberg,
Shows you what a creep he is. What a creep. What's his name is?
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg.
It's how Facebook got started.
And they're talking about, of course, this was written by, I'm so tired. I'm walking and talking guy.
West Wing.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Sorkin.
So, Aaron Sorkin. Written by Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah.
He's talking about writing a sequel.
Oh, well, there's more there. That's number 10. Number 9, a lovely film, Spirited Away.
Scary film. This film is a little too scary for. It's an animated.
It's a
Miyazaki animated film, and it's a little bit too frightening for young kids.
I like Kiki's Delivery Service.
I watched that in first grade.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
My favorite is Our Friend Totoro.
We also watched that in first grade.
Number 8, Get Out. Jordan
That's
Peele.
a good one.
Creepy.
Jordan Peele has done very good with his
Oh,
movies.
yeah. Really, really good. Number 7, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
It's
A good movie.
heartbreaking movie, but so good.
Another screenplay by Charlie Kaufman. It's Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey. It's a hard one to watch.
It is, but it's beautiful.
But it makes you think.
It does.
Is it better to remember?
Yep.
It's better to remember. Let's see. Number 6.
I spend my days trying to forget.
Oh, this is a great one. No Country for Old Men, the Coen brothers.
Yep.
Javier Bardem often pops up on lists of
Frightening.
best villains
Yes.
ever.
Yes.
Anton Chigurh.
Yep. Just a great, great film there. Let's see. Number 5. I have not seen this. Moonlight.
I didn't see it either. People do say it's a beautiful movie, though.
What people remember about Moonlight, unfortunately, is this is the year at the Oscars that Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty were presenting the award for Best Picture,
Oh,
and they misread La La Land.
that's right.
Moonlight. Let's see. Yeah, it's Mahershala. Who's had another film coming out really soon? I thought that Sean Means was telling us about. Let's see. Number 4. I've never heard of this movie.
In the Mood for Love.
Do you know this movie?
I do not.
This says soon.
I know the actors.
This says soon after a journalist and a secretary, both married to other people, move into the same crowded Hong Kong building in 1962. They brush past each other in a mesmerizing slow motion. Sparks don't fly; they smolder. They keep on burning in this rapturously beautiful romance in which inscribes desire in every glance and unspoken word. A sensuous curve of a woman's back becomes an emblem of longing, while tendrils of smoke from a man's cigarette express the ache of life's impermanence.
You know,
never
Wow.
heard
you
of this
know,
movie.
that's what, when I smoked, that's what the smoke from a cigarette always said to me.
Yeah?
Life's impermanence.
Really quick, going back to Mahershala Ali, he's in Jurassic World, the new one coming
That's
out next
I knew
week.
it was something that was coming out soon.
That's what it is.
Sophia Coppola of this movie says, "It really blew my mind you could make films this way." I've never even heard of this. I guess that's what these lists are good for. Like, if that many people say, no, this is fantastic.
Yeah, when it's the top 5.
Number 3, There Will Be Blood. There Will Be
I
Blood.
drink your milkshake.
Paul Thomas
I
Anderson.
drink it up.
It's interesting these same directors pop up again and
Yeah.
again and again. This is about blood and oil. Daniel Day-Lewis, of course, with the line that Bill was saying there. Number 2. I'm wondering if this is because he just died.
No,
No?
no.
Number 2?
There are. I think particularly, our directors and actors think this is a brilliant movie.
So it's David Lynch's Mulholland Drive.
Okay.
They say it's his masterpiece.
Yeah, David Lynch's perverse fairy tale tracks the downward spiral of a bright-eyed young actress, Betty, a revelatory Naomi Watts in a career-defining performance, who stumbles into a dangerous labyrinth mystery shortly after arriving in Los Angeles. Filled with doubles, this is one of Lynch's bleakest, most terrifying films and among his most emotionally devastating. It's also one of the great movies about Hollywood, a dark mirror where the dreams turn into nightmares. Maybe that's why all the filmmakers and actors like it, because it's a Hollywood movie. And the number 1 movie of the 21st century
So far,
this is according to the New York Times, Parasite.
Okay.
Bong Joon-ho. It's good.
yeah, it's great. It's really great.
It is.
It's a tale of haves and have-nots, a ferocious rebuke on the devastations of neoliberalism. Bong Joon-ho's pleasurably kinked and unsettling shocker follows a destitute family as it insinuates itself into a wealthy household. It's cool,
Yeah.
and it's oddly satisfying.
Yeah, I would say that.
But the number 1 movie?
Well, Julianne Moore voted for it as her number 1 movie. And then you can click and see what other movies she voted for.
Oh, what else did she?
The 40-Year-Old Virgin,
Good
Really?
movie.
Super Bad,
Okay.
Phantom Thread,
Yeah.
Parasite, Lost in Translation, Amour, The Black Swan. I can't read that one. There's some of the Ex Machina.
Mm-hmm.
And what's this one? I have to open it up so I can read it.
Yeah, there's a whole list of all of the
A Sanctuary and a Prison.
never heard of it.
No. Oh, wait a minute. No, the film is called Dogtooth.
Never heard of it.
No, I never heard of it. But Julianne Moore has.
Yeah, you've got Pedro Almodovar, Pamela Anderson, Elizabeth Banks, Mike Birbiglia, Mel Brooks, Toni Collette, Sophia
Okay.
Coppola, Brian Cox.
I want to go through Mel Brooks and Elizabeth Banks. Those are the 2 I'd go through.
Stephen King, Nathan Lane, John Lithgow. It's kind of fun to see what their favorites
I would
are.
love to know what Stephen King's favorites are. They all horror movies at this point?
I don't think they are.
No.
I'm sure they're not.
Let me see. Where's Stevie? Let's do this quickly. Stephen King's are Black Hawk Down, great movie.
Yep.
Brokeback Mountain,
Okay.
Children of Men, No Country for Old Men, $1 Million Baby,
That movie was sad.
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Oppenheimer, The Departed, Train to Busan. That's the only horror movie on here.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
And The Rule of Jenny Penn. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah,
That's the new one.
I just told you about it.
Oh, is that the doll?
John
Yeah.
Lithgow and
Yeah, with that weird doll.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I'm too tired.
Other old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's captain in the Pirates of the Caribbean, and Jeffrey
Oh,
Rush.
There you go.
There you
Jeffrey
go.
Rush.
Yeah, those are Stephen King's.
Yeah, the Legend of Jenny Penn.
So I posted a link to this list on my Facebook and on my Twitter page.
And guess what we can finally play after this whole week of going through this list?
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
It was
Yes.
epic, man.
I did that on purpose.